Finally, the Young Lions have come back to the King's Road. Dragonscale Inn, and This Is Awesome Promotions proudly brings to you the most recent live play in the world, Bronson Celtigar, Noble Barbarian, Zinthral, Half-Elf Hopeful, Gator Gary Golden, Wizard to the Stars, Solomon Scribbles, Bard Extraordinaire. Combined, they are the Young Lions. Round of applause, everybody. Say hello, Young Lions.
Hello, Young Lions.
Hello, Young Lions.
Hello, Young Lions.
And hello to you out there in the chat, on Twitch, on YouTube. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming around. My name is Saucey. Welcome to the Tabletop RPG, where we last left off. The party had just forged their registrations for the King's Road tournament. They were going to pay for it, and they decided to just fake it, which is okay, right? They broke into a government building, as one does. They stole some underwear. They made their way to the God House Gym, which is one of 7 very important gyms on the King's Road. And they set themselves up for the first round of matches, the qualifying matches, in order to earn their badge. 7 badges from 7 gyms gets you into the King's Road tournament at the end of the year. You've got 1 year to get those 7 badges. If you don't make it, you didn't make the tournament. Sorry, tough luck. You get to that tournament, you win it, you become champion of the Masters tournament and an opportunity to become rich, famous, and right next to the king himself. That's King Jared, otherwise known as King Jerry. And we'll learn a little bit more about him a little bit later on. So now that the recap is over, we're going to talk about what happened in the last 3 days. Each of you had 3 days to carouse around town, do a little bit of training, level up, and tie up any loose ends before we move on to the next step. Before I go around the table and talk to each one of you, I want to touch on one of our characters who's not with us tonight, and that is Alex. Is not going to be on the show moving forward. So here's what happened in Alex's thread of the story. Alex, who took on a young lion cub as a pet and served the purpose of being a very fine healer in the combat against the fleece-maned lion, she has decided that the King's Road is not for her. Her best friend, Aigo, is no longer part of the party. He was arrested and is somewhere in the capital or somewhere on Prison Island, or who knows where he is. So Alex has chosen to stay in Territory 6 and to move in with a friend of the party, and that friend is Merc Brewski. So Alex and Merc kick things off, and she's going to be staying with him for a while and raising the other 2 baby lion cubs that Merc was able to round up. Of course, that raises the question of what happens to the party's lion. And what's the name of the lion again? Does anybody remember the name of the lion cub?
Snugglecup Face Ripper.
That's right. As selected by Twitter, Snugglecup Face Ripper is the mascot of the party. It's an essential member of the team at this point. So Snugglecup stays in the Young Lion squad. Alex, future endeavored to the farm. She'll be there if we need her later. And here we are in Lucha Lucha Town, days before the qualifying matches at the God House Gym. So let's go around the table, and let's start with our most recent member of the party, Mr. Solomon Scribbles. In the 3 days that you had left, what did you do around town?
Well, the first thing I wanted to do was find a magic practitioner who could identify some of the items that we got from the heist.
Of course, and well, let's get right into that, because Lucha Lucha Town is a very large town, with bustling town with lots of commerce, markets, businesses, anything you can think of or desire, you can find there. So once you do find the magic practitioner, you go there, you have your items appraised. So let's just start right from the top. What's the first item?
These pair of underpants. And before I hand them over, I just want to subtly put a little minor illusion where they had the guy's name written in them.
Okay.
So it's not there.
Okay, so you're using magic on the magic pants and giving them to a magic practitioner to see if there's magic on them.
You know what? You're right. That was a foolish idea of mine. Yeah, a buddy of mine asked me to praise these for him.
Give me, let's say, a persuasion check. Or no, let's see, what would be the right roll here? Investigation, maybe? Yeah, let's say investigation. Let's do investigation.
For underpants, yeah, I guess that sounds the best.
I'm investigating the underpants.
Are there any gnomes in the underpants? Oh, there is now.
Let's see here. Let's see how the dice are feeling tonight. Hey, that's not so bad. Investigation, 18.
18. Ooh. Great. Okay, so you're able to learn a lot of information about these pants. Obviously, they are used underpants, so they don't have a whole lot of value in the resale market. However, they do have magical properties that may make them worth hanging on to. And in this particular case, the wearer of these magic underpants, which I'll post an image of the magic underpants in the YouTube video. If you're watching on YouTube, insert the picture here. They're not whitey tighties. They're more like boxer briefs. They are solid white, so they are worn in, for lack of a better word. But the wearer of these underpants gains advantage on all persuasion rolls.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, my friend will be very happy to hear that he has such wonderful underpants, and I will stick those back in my bag. Like, oh man, it's a little weird, but I want to wear those underpants so bad.
So anyway, the challenge here with those is that they are extra large. And they have somebody else's name written inside the waistband. So
if you inside them, will they shrink down to your size?
Oh.
Usually, if you destroy an item in some way, it'll lose its magic, but that's not up to me.
You could just wash it in real hot water.
I'll talk that over with the crew when they have some downtime. In the meantime, how about the silver necklace? Anything fun going on with that?
So, yeah, go ahead and roll for that as well. Investigation.
Could he wear the underpants on his head as a cloak?
Ooh.
Or mantle?
Yes.
19 on the die for a 22 total.
Okay. Cool. So the necklace itself, you can determine it is not magical, but it is of Territory 1 origin, which is the territory where fine goods like jewelry are manufactured. It most likely belonged to or was gifted to somebody of the upper class. It's something that can be resold for a fine price. She offers to buy it from you if you're willing to part ways with it. And
how much?
She says 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces, eh? Well, since it is kind of a family heirloom, how about we do 75?
Okay, roll persuasion. And consider if you're going to put the underpants on before you roll persuasion.
No, she already knows what the underpants do. She'll see that coming. Then my dice turned on me. That's an 11.
No, it'll be 50 gold pieces or nothing at all.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? I'll hang on to it. You know, it would make dear old Mammy so terribly sad if it left the family.
Okay. And what else do we have?
One last thing to look at. A mysterious potion.
Okay, let's get an investigation roll on that as well.
13.
Okay, so she tells you that the potion is a common item. It's something that is seen in fight circuits all throughout the kingdom. It's a green liquid, like a viscous green liquid, not viscous, but like a Mountain Dew consistency, right? It's neon green. And she said, this is called juice. And that's the street name for it. It is a bit of an illicit substance. If you drink it, it gives you a temporary boost to your strength. In fact, it'll give you a +2 strength until you take a long rest. However, for every dose that you take, a dose being the entire bottle, it ages you 1 year.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I should have recognized it, honestly. I've been on this circuit long enough. I know about juice. Yeah, I should probably keep this under wraps. I don't know. Try not to use it, I guess. I'll talk to them about it later.
Just gotta meter it out.
Yeah.
Just take a little bit at a time, and you just become immune to it.
Is there any other business that you have with the magic shop owner? Who I should have had a whole character sheet up for her already, but I'll get that. I'll get that by next time.
No, thank you. You've been more than helpful. I'll be heading on my way now.
All right. Please deduct from your stash of gold. Let's make it 5 gold pieces for identification of magic items. So just for her services, 5 gold. It's up to you whether or not you want to tip beyond that.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. What else does Solomon do around town?
I got a couple other chores to do, probably in the dead of night. I'll forge up some documents to make sure that my new friend Gator can cast his spells without worrying about any potential infringes of the law.
Okay, let's do a roll for the magic license.
All right.
And this is for the forgery. Can I offer assistance, like in the form of advantage by being there?
Sure.
Can I hold the light, basically? Can I have a steady light for him?
Roll with advantage. If because you're both proficient with forgery tools, so sure.
That is one of my very excellent proficiencies.
My first roll was a 16, and the second one was a 2. So that'll be proficiency plus intelligence.
Believe so.
That'll be 20 total.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks very official, right? Most people have never seen a magic license. I don't even know. Give me a history check as well.
I used to make these things professionally. Oh, come on. 6. It's part of my backstory.
Yeah, so it's passing, right? It looks you're pretty happy with it.
No.
It's an exact copy of the one I got that nobody's questioned in 5 years.
He misspelled my name.
He misspelled magic.
That's even better.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fine, right? It's just fine.
He spelled Yale with a 6.
Okay, what else is going on?
I guess while I get his attention for a second, I say, hey, we're gonna have to put on a big show when you all get announced and we come on in. Can you give me some pyrotechnics, some fireworks?
Well, I can't produce anything that actually has any heat or any detrimental kind of smoke, if that's what you're asking, but I can make it look good.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want standard illusion. We don't want to freak anybody out. We just want them to go ooh and ah.
ooh I can do even better.
Right.
So I have prestidigitation, but for flavor, I have prestidigitation as a cantrip.
Yep.
But not only that, I also have minor illusion, and for being an illusion specialist, I can do both sight and sound at the same time with minor illusion. So I can do all kinds of stuff.
Awesome.
Oh, you're a specialist. That'll come in real handy. We're gonna put on a show when these boys come out. All right.
Absolutely.
So I prepare the show. I work up a little theme music that will debut on the day.
Perfect.
And I start working with Snugglecup. That little guy's got to learn how to be a valuable member of this team. I'm going to start getting some basic conditioning done.
And is anybody assisting with that? Well, it would have to be Gator.
Because I have a
Well, do either of you
because
have
I'm there, or because what skill?
Do either of you have proficiency in animal handling?
No.
I'm a bard. I'm a little proficient in everything.
Okay.
I got nothing.
So, okay. Well, then just regular animal handling roll.
Natural 20.
No
Nice.
shit.
Oh,
Nice.
so
Wasted on the baby lion.
So what trick would you have liked to have taught the lion?
Mostly I want him to adhere to commands like come. Oh yeah, just like come and heal is the best I could do. Just come and be with me.
All right. So I'll give you one or the other.
Come.
Okay, so follow me. Come with us. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So Snugglecup will follow you. Say, come on, whatever noise you make to a cat. I'm not a cat person.
Someone needs to go to like the butcher shop and just get a whole bunch of sausage.
Oh,
I fashion like a little clicker out of 2 pieces of metal that I click it so he knows he's gonna get a treat.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's
That's
move
adorable.
to Zinthral. So,
Ooh, okay.
Zin, you've got 3 days here, and the offer was given to you that if you wanted to stay at the gym, you could learn a new wrestling technique. And that technique was a chokehold. And there were many styles and varieties of chokeholds that you could choose from. They all did the same ability. They all gave you the chance to, once you grapple an opponent, you can execute the choke, and it would act like using the sleep spell, but without any magic.
Yeah. So I chose the guillotine choke.
Okay. So that's a la Roman Reigns. I see what you're doing.
Hell
there.
yeah.
Okay, so you're going to spend your time learning that, and there was a price for that. I believe it was, 25 gold pieces?
20 is what I saw.
20? Okay, that's right.
Already removed it.
All right.
Yep.
All good there. And was there, in the limited time you have between training sessions, was there anything else essential that you wanted to do? You mentioned something about brewing.
Yeah, I'm brewing a corn whiskey and dragon fruit wine.
Okay, so you're going to start distilling that, and then you're going to let it ferment for a while.
Yeah, about a month.
Go ahead and do a roll for brewing. I don't recall if that's wisdom or intelligence.
I will look that up real quick.
And Bronson, the same question to you. Did you choose to learn a choke technique, or did you forgo that?
Rear naked choke.
Rear naked. Sweet.
Night.
Okay, so just
I guess I just make a regular D20 roll.
D20 plus I guess would be wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. That is so awful. Wow.
So you've created
That
a bomb,
one.
basically.
I created
You rolled
a
a 0.
bomb.
You just
3.
ruined a dragon fruit.
Just
That's all you
ruined
did.
dragon fruit.
So-
So saddening.
So tell us what happens. So things go terribly wrong. Does Zinthral even realize that, or does he know immediately? Does he know immediately, or is it kind of like somebody will figure this out later?
Oh no, he recognized it immediately, so he throws it out the window and he watches the bottle fly. Just here, and then just
So much for
hear a
that.
small explosion. That
You
was
went through so much
saddening.
trouble stealing that fruit from the peacock orgy, and
Yeah, I can go back.
Yeah, it's probably still going on.
Sneak back in just to steal more dragon fruit.
Exactly. I wanted to say that I want to talk to Harmon, but yeah, I can wait.
Okay, so you'll get your opportunity to talk to Harmon. We'll get to that. Bronson, you have learned to rear naked choke, and you said you wanted to do some carousing as well.
No, I think I'm just kind of surveying the area, finding out, maybe doing a little bit of intel on who we might be facing.
Okay. Well, yeah. So do an investigation check.
All right. That is a 12.
Okay, so you find out information on 2 of your 4 opponents, and what you have learned. Oh, come on now. One of them is the giant that you saw on the steps of the Arena Mayor. So, if I do this right.
Is he still naked?
Oh, no, different giant. So,
got it.
the one on the right. Can I ping this? Right there, that guy.
Yep.
He is in your weight class. The way that these brackets are going to be separated is by weight. So with Bronson being a super heavyweight and this fine young man being a super heavyweight, it'll be, meat on meat, and it'll be great. In addition to that, you'll also be in a match with somebody by the name of Harvey Marks, and Harvey is known as a really likable person. He kind of looks like Kingpin from Marvel fame. He's probably as wide as he is tall, bald, very intelligent, charismatic, and ethically questionable, but has a super sexy voice and has entered the King's Road with the offer of 2 winners in this year's tournament. Harvey just couldn't resist, and Harvey threw his hat in the ring here. So that information is pretty easy to find out because Harvey's a popular guy, and from what you've heard, sounds like a great guy. You're not looking forward to beating him up, not anywhere near as much as the giant. The giant's name, by the way, is that can't be right. His name is Craven.
Oh.
And he's more commonly known as the half giant. So those are 2 of your 4 opponents. You can't get any information on the other 2.
Okay.
All right. So finally, last but not least, Gator. We're ready to embrace the experience that is the Golden One. Gator in the town of Lucha Lucha Town. What does he do with his free time?
Well, I did in fact learn a few moves. One in particular for the ring. But yeah, I did decide to spend the better portion of my time learning a move because I didn't know, and I assumed correctly that Bronson's not always going to be able to have my back, so I better have something stronger than any spell that I can cast that would potentially get me in trouble. So I decided to go for one of those chokes.
Oh, you did? Okay. Which did you go for?
So It's a little aside from Zint's guillotine, and I could be slightly wrong on the presentation. I believe the guillotine relies on like the blade of the wrist going into the throat to make somebody go night night. Not the throat like the larynx, but like for the blood choke.
Yes.
So I went more for a front chancery, like a neck wrench. So it's the same thing with the opponent bent over with the head under the armpit, and the inside arm goes forward under the chin, but it goes all the way under to the other side, and then I grab with my hand to create a more tight lock. And so if they try to wiggle out, I can just roll through like a gator would and just keep a firm hold on it, like have real good control. So basically I'm controlling them with my chest and also that tight S-lock underneath.
So it's like a gator roll kind of choke.
Yeah. If they try to move, I'll roll them.
It sounds very similar to an anaconda choke. If you're an MMA aficionado, I will put a picture of said choke, front chancery choke, on the YouTube video, but you'll have to go to YouTube to see it. So I'll pop that in right here. There you go. That'll be 20 gold pieces, please. And Gator will be consumed with that for a couple days. He does eventually get it.
Yes.
Okay. The rest of your time, the minuscule amount that it is, was there anything else that Gator needed to do?
Well, I absolutely had to restock my components just to make sure. I need a few more like grasshopper legs and such. And
that can be picked up at the cantina. Those are common items, readily available. No worries there. Anything under a gold piece, don't even bother deducting it from your money.
Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty basic stuff. I don't quite have that powerful of spellcasting ability yet, but I will soon. And other than that, I definitely didn't sleep much because there's some really good looking ladies here.
Oh, you were trying for a midnight encounter with one of the young ladies of Lucha Town?
Doesn't have to be midnight. I'll go 9 a.m.
Okay. Well, let's
fade the black.
Stripper, my friend.
Well, let's roll for that, right? Let's see how persuasive Gator is, how charismatic.
If you insist,
you should make him roll a d12 to find out what hour of the day.
Can I be his
I'm not that drunk yet.
I want to ensure that he gets this.
Oh, you'd like to assist?
Yes.
So, are you both proficient in persuasion?
I am.
I am not.
Oh, well, then no, you can't assist him.
Ah, well.
He slips the underwear in my pocket. Oh, that Solomon had those. Never mind.
So
it's like here for good luck. You're the worst Cyrano de Bergerac ever.
So Zinthral, you're a great wingman. Like you were, giving him some great advice. It's just not registering.
Okay. I put the underwear on my head apparently because I rolled a 3 + 1.
So unsuccessfully, the townsfolk are just they're not feeling the Gator tonight. So it may be because you're still a little funky from your lengthy training session. It may be because you smell like lion, right? Because you spent some time teaching the lion how to do some tricks.
I already have a fine musk, and now that damn lion's musk is interfering with mine, and I pound my fist on a table. Just any table.
So the cat may have sprayed you at some point. You're forever unclean.
You just peed on his bag.
Shit. Sorry.
would Gator like to attempt one more time on a different evening? Or
no, I need to take a bath with some tomato juice. Apparently.
Okay. All right. So you don't take rejection that well, and just deny it ever happened, right? Nobody will ever know. That's the way to go.
Exactly. Nobody needs to know. It's nobody's business. Moving on. Okay,
so here we go. The day of the qualifiers. We are approaching the God House Gym. And let's slide on over to the God House Gym. Okay, so last time we met here, you were met at the front door by Mr. Tyros Finn, otherwise known as Vega Nova. He's actually not here now, so go away. Go away.
There you go. He's just poking it. You don't see me.
He won't. Okay. He's not there.
I don't see nothing.
Nova, over here.
But
He's kneeling down to eye level with me.
what you don't see is that Harmon Stonefist is there. Of course, Harmon knows the party because he was the mentor for Zinthral. In Zinthral's formative years, living with his uncle, Harmon is the one that trained Zinthral how to be the fighter that he is today. So he has so heavy-handedly forced Zinthral onto a group of sponsors and has kind of released him. Like, he is no longer my responsibility. He's yours now. Take care of him. But he's here to wish you well and to coach you and to make sure that Zinni gets his first badge here. He doesn't show up unaccompanied, though. He's got a bit of a new entourage, which includes the woman that Gator was hitting on and a couple other slimy-looking businessmen. People that don't look like the type of people that he normally hangs out with. So Harmon is going through some type of change. Maybe it's because he's gained a reputation for training the Lion Slayer, or maybe he's just becoming more popular around town, and because of that, some business opportunities have been opening up to him. Regardless, he's here to wish you well and to give you the information you need to prepare for this fight. So here's the information. There's going to be qualifying matches in 4 separate weight classes. Lightweight, that's 155 and less. Middleweight, which is 205 and less. Heavyweight, which is 265 and less. And super heavyweight, which is 265 and above. Bronson would fit in that super heavyweight class. Zinthral, you're going to fit into the lightweight class. This is a co-ed tournament, meaning men and women and all in between. And this is the first qualifying event of the year. So, like we said before, this is a year-long road. It starts with week 1. There's only a limited number of badges available. So Harmon is there to answer any questions that you may have as we get closer to the beginning of the event. All 4 of you are there with Snugglecup Face Ripper and Harmon and his entourage. He's a bit distracted. He's kind of making small talk with his new friends. What would the party like to do?
So, can I ask him, what does he know about the people in the lightweight division?
Sure. He's done research on all of them. There are 4. The first of which is somebody by the name of Lexi Gold. And if you are watching on Twitch, you'll see Lexi is here in the chat. We held a contest this week to see who would have their character featured on the show, and Lexi was one of the winners of that contest. Lexi is a trained professional wrestler. She's also quite a beautiful woman who also has an affinity for large snakes. Literally large snakes, like boa constrictors.
Why?
She likes them more than people is the general consensus amongst the people around town.
Who told you? Who told you?
She's known to be a bit eccentric and not be super comfortable around people, but in the ring is completely comfortable. Up next is one of the guys from the Hard Way, right? The Hard Way, we were introduced to them last week. They are the largest and most notorious faction in all of Kafabia. The one that you're going against is the smallest guy here. Let's ping him real quick. This guy, he goes by the name of Apex, and he's a little ratty son of a bitch. Everybody hates this guy. He's got heat no matter where he goes. Even the guys in the hard way don't like him very much. He's just he's annoying, you know. There's an urban legend going around that says if you hit him hard enough, he'll crap his pants. It's something that he's done before. But he's in great shape, right? He's an athlete. He knows his way around the ring. He's still very dangerous, and he's got a huge chip on his shoulder. So that was Apex. Okay, back to the gym. There we go. And the third one is one of the horsewomen that you met in the bar earlier. She was the blue horse. She goes by the name Marwari. And she is a star. She is fabulous. She wears oversized sunglasses, bright blue hair. She doesn't talk. You don't talk to her. She talks to you. She's unapproachable is the best way to put it. And she is very high class, very high maintenance, and very highly skilled at wrestling. The fourth opponent is somebody who just goes by the name Scab Eater.
Ew.
Oh,
Yuck.
And
It's like Elden Ring.
he's part of a faction called the Death Lords. And they are just nasty, right? They're mean, they're cruel. He's the smallest one of the bunch. He's the runt. He is near invincible, not super strong, but he's the toughest little SOB that you'll ever meet. He's known to wear a skull mask. And underneath that skull mask, he's painted a skull on his face. And underneath that paint on his face, he's tattooed a skull on his skin. He's super edgy, right? And he's a bit of a bleeder, too. So, thus the name Scab Eater.
Ew.
oh.
And those are your challengers in this event.
I'm not going to say it's light work, but you know what? I'm confident.
Would you say it's lightweight work?
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So I know about two of the super heavies. What can he tell me about the other two?
There are two more, and the first one is another one of the Death Lords. A giant by the name of Hathor. Not a literal giant, just a massive mountain of a man. His name is Hathor, and he is covered in what can only be described as demonic tattoos. He has a very long, unkept, bushy beard with streaks of gray in it, chunks of leftover food probably. He doesn't look like he smells very well. He wears chains for fun. He's just a nasty looking guy. And he's known for being quite cruel. He also is known for wearing a ski mask. Just super, super intimidating. He's probably your biggest competition in the tournament. Okay. The final one, it's a lady. She goes by the name Mariloa. She is a member of a faction called the Tree of Woe, which is a wrestling family, has a lineage. There are many very famous wrestlers who have come from this family, and she is a super heavyweight, very large, very strong, not too fast, but still very skilled, has the pedigree for the job, and is a threat. Where she really shines is that people underestimate her ability, and she can overwhelm most people just by sheer size alone. So that was Mariloa. Okay, so that wraps up Block 4, the super heavyweights.
Well, I got to worry about the middleweights, so what can I find out?
Well, should Gator... And Gator, you can't enter the competition without a registration.
Yeah, but I might want to get in some, I might want to get in something. I might want to just, I don't know.
Okay. Sure,
Gonna
we
put
can
a
run.
bet on somebody, and then he's gonna go interfere.
Yeah, I mean, if
That's
you
what I'm
want to.
saying. Like, I just want to know, relatively speaking.
Okay, so I'll run through this real quick. This is going to be the abridged version of the middleweights.
Thank you.
Number one is another one of the Death Lords. He goes by the name Durock, and he is kind of he's a ginger bastard. He wears a hood at all times. Super super athletic, and it just kind of mean in general. But he has a bright red bushy beard. You know, ginger's got to represent. Number two is another one of the horsewomen. They don't go by the name the horsewomen. They go by the name the Stone Ponies.
Oh,
She
I've
would be.
partied there.
What's that?
I've partied there. Anyway.
Yeah. She's the green horse, and she goes by the name Morgana. She is known for she's the wild one, right? She's covered in tattoos. She is not known for being a super strong fighter, but she likes to fight, is the best way to put it. Number three is a fighter by the name of Genji, and Genji is a pure fighter. Lives, breathes, that, you know, fighting is his religion. This is somebody you want to avoid. Genji has all the makings of somebody who can go very far in this tournament, because this is what he was born to do. Next up is another member of the Hard Way. So the Hard Way is represented in every weight class. This guy is the Bard of the Hard Way. His name is Riff Blazenrod, and we didn't meet him last time, but he's a delicious snack, is the best way to put that. He is a fine-looking man.
My.
And
Does he have a top hat?
No, he does
Is it
not.
airbrush?
There's another guy with a hat in the group, and he's in the heavyweight division. But this gentleman he's a great dancer. He's a great musician. He's got great hair, great body. Not much of a fighter. It's almost like he was pressured into this tournament in order to stay into the faction. And finally, we have a fighter who goes by the name Samantha Tolson. She's better known by her moniker, which is the Pretty Little Murder Machine. She is she's a good-looking woman, but she is 0% body fat. She is just built for she's just all muscle. She's all muscle. And don't let her looks fool you. She has a very mean streak in her as well. Those are the middleweights.
And while all of them are sizing up their opponents, I'm going to look for my targets. Are there any influential or like capital politic types, the who's who, the people with power around here?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. There are odds makers here. You can tell the members of the Capitol because they're dressed ridiculously, right? Like we saw Pimpy with the rainbow feathered coat. Well, there's other ones here that are, they have vibrant colored hair and ridiculous makeup, and they look like they've never been in a fight in their life. They couldn't fight their way out of a paper bag. There's two gentlemen in particular. They look like twins. One is in a baby blue shimmering suit. The other one is in an orange creamsicle shimmering suit. They have ridiculous slanted hats and canes that match as well. And they're having just a great time. They love the pomp and circumstance of this event. And so that's them. Give me an investigation roll.
17.
17. Okay. And you're able to track down the bookmaker as well. And a guy that goes by the name Benny the Stitch. So, should you want to place bets, he's the odds maker. Should you want to carouse with the upper class, the members of the capital, it's a good idea to start with the gentleman in the shimmering suits. Is there anything else in particular you're looking for?
No, that's fine. I'm not looking to carouse just yet. I'm just looking for who my
Solomon.
targets are when it's performance time.
Solomon,
Yes.
here's 20 gold. Bet on me.
You got it.
And you should use your own money and bet on me. It's going to be quick.
Try. It's been a long time since medical school. Disemboweling. Fatal in your species? Oh, yeah. Large wager on myself in the first round.
Remember, Gator, you're our pyrotechnics guy. You're here to help put on the show.
Pyrotechnics and demolition.
Registered for this tournament in any way.
I'm just saying, sometimes you stumble and your arm slips under the rope, and sometimes somebody's leg is there.
Okay, so are we placing bets on our fighters?
Yeah, I'll throw 20 down on Zin in the first fight. Out of Zin's pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, and are you going to bet on Bronson as well?
I mean,
I'll bet on Bronson,
I'm just kind of staring him down.
because I know he can win.
all right. I'll put 10 gold down on Bronson.
10 on Bronson and 20 on Zinthral. Okay.
What are the policies on fights called for a medical stoppage?
Well, the fight would have to end by pinfall, submission, or technical knockout, meaning stoppage by... It would be a stoppage by the staff.
Because I'm here to break spines and chew bubblegum.
Wow.
And I don't have any bubblegum in my inventory.
Oh, wow.
Hang on, Bronson. I think I got some, and I start reaching in my pocket, totally unaware of what he's trying to do.
These are spell components.
And I just shove a grasshopper leg in his mouth.
All right. Okay, Zinthral, give me an intimidation check.
Okay. 10.
10. Okay, so your odds are 4 to 1. 4 to 1 odds. You're not very intimidating. And Bronson, give me an intimidation check.
I got a 13.
Say that again.
13.
13. Your odds are 3 to 1.
4 to 1 for Zin, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should have been trying to roll low there.
Right.
It's the only time you
16 to
don't want to
1.
be intimidating.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to fast forward a little bit. We're going to get into the opening ceremony of the qualifying round. We're going to assume that everybody has registered, has shown their registration cards, which were obviously flawless, made our bets with Benny the Stitch, and here we go with let's see. Well, I forgot to put the picture in. So we're gonna move forward here, and we'll jump right to the map. That's the ticket. Ta-da. There we go. So we'll get to the arena there. Okay, so Tyros Finn, otherwise known as Vega Nova, stands on an elevated perch to the right here, or to the left, right there, where it's showing a statue, but it's just an elevated perch. And he addresses the entire arena with, which is inside this sacred temple, with a booming voice. And here's what he says. Tonight, in this sacred temple, we open a new season of the King's Road. 20 fighters from all over the world begin their road with our qualifying matches. I'm your gym boss and your master of games, Ray Calavera himself, Vega Nova. Tonight we weave a tale of blood, sweat, and lucha magic. In this stretch of the road, we have fighters, gladiators, showmen, and daredevils itching for glory. Only a fine line separates a fighter from a warrior. One is motivated by reason, the other by purpose. Tonight we witness the distinction as our challengers battle to prove who and what they are. Now, my fine audience, pay attention to what you see. This isn't just about victory, it's about survival. It's about giving it your all and showing the heart and soul of a true warrior. It's about honoring ancient traditions, and for those who can prove themselves, a path towards the Masters Tournament in the capital. The format is simple yet unforgiving. Fighters compete in a round-robin style tournament where each participant faces each other in their assigned block. Those who prove themselves worthy will be granted an opportunity to win the Territory 6 gym badge. In just a few moments, you'll be introduced to tonight's crop of King's Road challengers. Some of them have traveled a very long way to start their road right here in Lucha Town. All of them have their eyes on the capital. So get loud, let them hear you, and may the temple tremble with the roar of combat. Everybody loses their shit. And it's go time. It's time to rumble. So we're going to do a little bit of creative role play here with the first match, which is going to be Zinthral versus his opponent Lexi Gold in the opening match. Forgive me, I did jump the gun a little bit here. You can see the rings are 6-sided rings. First, Lexi Gold is introduced, and Lexi has her music play. Insert music here for Lexi. Bing. And Lexi comes down. She's got this albino boa constrictor over her shoulders, and she's a handsome woman. I've got a picture of her. I remembered to do this. I'll give you guys a sneak. There she is. She's lovely. She's
Good luck.
Hey, yo, whoa.
So you're telling me the bow is with her?
Help me out here, Bronson.
She removes the snake, and she removes the furry cloak that she's got before she begins the match. But yeah, she brings the snake with her.
And he's got the frightened condition.
No, first off, who told you I had a phobia of snakes?
You have a phobia of snakes?
IRL, not Zinni. IRL.
Oh.
So get that snake away from me.
Okay, well, you know what we did forget is there was supposed to be a little introduction before Zinthral takes the ring. They do the little intro with Lexi, and she takes the ring first. Of course, ladies first, right? Zinthral, you're up next, and the lights are somewhat dim for these introductions. There will be 3 matches going on at the same time, so there's only going to be 6 introductions before things get going. So when Zinthral comes to the ring, Solomon, you're there with him. What type of introduction does he get?
Well, I pull out my loot. Been a little while. And I cast Minor Illusion to give it a little amplification and a little synthesis. Nice. And I come rocking out with a super awesome theme song. I discuss with Gator, get some fireworks cracking off.
All right.
And just give a super hell of a performance.
Okay.
I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Very hype.
Anything I can offer with a cantrip and not spending an actual spell slot, I'm happy to do. Bow, bow, bow.
So Harmon actually will contribute to this introduction. He somehow gets gains the ability to boom his voice, and here it is. It says, "Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very interesting combatant joining us, hailing from the outskirts of Lucha Town, the living legacy of a legendary fierce gladiator. He is the Lion Slayer, the masked monk, the prodigy himself. He's Zinthro! Yay! Golf clap.
I'm really liking the fact that you didn't just choose one or the other. You said tonight and today.
There we go. Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, in ring number 3, we've got Bronson against his opponent. Let me find that. But let's do Bronson's introduction first. Bronson and Gator, there you are. You're entering the floor of the arena. How do you introduce our green friend?
Okay, well, I have one question. So magic is outlawed, but how weird would it be if there was a spectacular, if I could pass it off as smoke and mirrors after all, how could I get away with a minor illusion?
Well, yeah, because everybody in here is a mark, and it's hard to tell what's a work and what's a shoot at this point.
Oh, okay, even better. Okay, that supports it. And then my only other question, I understand kind of what a 5-foot cube is, so it's up to my chest, and then almost as far out as my arms will reach, so that's pretty big. Can I have just a bunch of smoke just start to rise from where we're gonna come, okay. And then the smoke starts to turn darker and black like the shade of the lion pelts, and then the smoke coalesces into a 5-foot cube size black lion's head that roars, because I can do sound and visual at the same time with the same spell due to my specialty. It roars and smoke billows forward, and we step out. Bronson first.
So as we step out too, I am clad in my sword belt and have my great sword in my hands, and I'm just walking slowly to the ring through all of this smoke with the lion noise.
And where is Snugglecup Face Ripper at this point? Does he accompany anybody to the ring?
Yeah, I would absolutely love that.
So I'll do I'm assuming we can just have a take 10 here or something, and I just produce him from where he shouldn't even, from under my armpit, and I hold him up for Simba for all to see.
It's a lion. It's a lion.
So as I'm getting into the ring, I give Snuggle a little scritch on the head, and I just plant my great sword in the sand, and then enter the ring over the top rope.
Oh, very nice.
And I've got these weird dark glasses on, and I'm smiling, big smile, and I'm shouting, and I say, "Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, come and view the master of disaster, the prince of punch, the dancing destroyer, the thane of pain, and my personal favorite, the count of Monte Fisto, Bronson Celtigar."
And then I roar as loud as I can.
Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
I'm gonna add some sounds to our soundboard too.
Yeah.
And after a compelling or enthralling performance, could I get the orange and blue shimmer twins out in the audience to make a will save?
What are you trying to do to them?
I'm using enthralling performance. So
okay.
After the performance, I can pick up to 3 people who will be charmed by me for charmed by Zinthral for the next hour, and will only talk good about them for the next hour.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey.
All right, so
That is a fantastic skill for this particular campaign.
So 2 rolls. Okay, the first one is an 18.
Oh, that passes.
The second one is a 4.
Well, then he fails. And the one who passes has no idea that anything was attempted.
Okay. So which one is enthralled? The one in the baby blue or the one in the creamsicle?
I want the one in the creamsicle.
Okay. All right.
Getting the right people to notice.
Yeah, while charmed this way, the target idolizes you and speaks glowingly of you to anyone who talks to it, and hinders anyone who opposes you.
Okay, here we are in the ring. Okay. So, introductions done. Very well done. Very, very love that. We've got, in ring number 1 here, we've got Lexi Gold. Has not gone yet. Lexi, I see you in the chat. You have not had your match just yet. Here we go. So we're going to do a little bit of narrative storytelling here instead of rolling for the matches, since we have so many matches. And let's get into this first match. So Zinthral, tell me how this match goes between yourself and Lexi Gold.
Okay, so first off, can I size her up, see her strengths? So I'm going to play on the defensive, evade as much as I can, and then strike.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Okay. What would you say she does first? I want to hear from you.
Well, she would try to tie up in a head and collar, or head and elbow collar tie. The traditional lockup at the beginning of a match.
Right. I don't know what that means.
So one hand behind your head, the other hand in the crick of your elbow.
Putting you in a headlock.
Okay.
So you're both in the center of the ring.
Yeah, the tie up. Yeah, gotcha.
Just the standard wrestling tie up.
It's how they grapple to start the chain wrestling.
Yes.
Where you put them in a headlock or a hammerlock.
So I'm immediately getting grappled, right? That's what you're saying.
It's a light grapple, right?
Okay.
Yep. You're both fighting for control.
Okay. So, since I do have advantage on grapple, can I reverse that and grapple her instead?
Sure. Yeah. No, you don't even have to roll for it. Just tell me what happens.
Okay. Oh yeah. So, immediately, I put her in a guillotine hold.
Just right off the jump. Okay.
Just right off the bat.
All right.
I want to see, and then then after that, I just try to do the good old, what's it called? I just try to choke them out as quick as I can.
Oh, just immediate. Okay. Well,
I tried to.
So give me the roll for the sleep spell, which I believe is 5d8.
Okay.
And you'll need to beat her total hit points in order to put her asleep.
Okay. 5d8. So that was a 19.
Total?
Total.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not enough to put her to sleep. She does not. So she manages to break the hold. Your arm's a little gassed out at this point, so it'll take you a while before you can attempt it again. What happens next in the match? How does the rest of the match go?
I imagine she tries to do some really sneaky maneuver that she might know, judging that she likes snakes a lot.
Well, she's not as sneaky as you would think. She's actually a very fine girl. Bit of a high flyer at times. Technical wrestler.
No. Not sneaky. Snaky.
Oh, snaky. She's like serpent-like?
Yeah. I imagine.
She's like a big, sexy snake who wants to punch you in the face.
It probably happens because I don't know what to do against it.
Has Zinthral ever fought a woman before?
No, he's not very comfortable with this at all.
How does he feel about women in general? Like, is he intimidated by women in general, or?
He's not intimidated, but he just doesn't like. He's very uncomfortable with the idea of grabbing her the wrong way.
Got you. So he is a monk. The monastery at which he trained, was it predominantly male? Was it entirely male?
It was predominantly male, but there was women there.
Okay. All right. So he's not completely uncomfortable. He's just a little thrown off. So it takes a little while before he gets comfortable. He gets punched in the face a few times, and then all of a sudden, he starts to come around, and he's tired of this bullshit. So then he starts to get into his core moveset and hit his signature move. So tell me how the rest of the match goes.
I got it. So immediately he just decides, okay, enough of this. I gotta end this. So he just tries to like sling himself like right from here, throw himself right at her.
Yep.
The ropes.
Attempts to like, what's the move called where you just like use your arm full force running at them?
A clothesline. Sure.
Yeah, clothesline. And then immediately after, I'm hoping they're prone at the very least.
Yep.
Flurry of blows.
While she's
Right
on the
to the
ground,
face.
just
Yep,
full on
right to the-
Honda, just
Yep. Right to the face. Right to the face.
Oh, that's rude. Okay, yeah. So she's beat up pretty good. And then what's the finish to the match?
The finish to the match is I get up right here, and then I just Phoenix dive for a KO.
Okay, so so a Phoenix splash on top of her, and then you go for a pin.
Yeah.
And then it's let's roll for it. Somebody roll for Lexi and somebody roll for Zinthral. You give me a D20 plus strength.
Gotcha. That was so bad. No.
She only rolled an 8.
She rolled an 8. Plus,
I got a 2.
Oh,
I shout out from the sidelines, "You got this one, champ! You got it!" And throw D6 Bardic Inspiration on top of that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm rolling. 5. Okay, that's a 7.
Yeah, that still doesn't pass.
No, it doesn't.
So
What's your strength?
Lexi's got a never say die attitude, and she kicks out at 2.5, and she's still in the match. And then she goes to execute her finishing move, which I can't remember what it is. It's probably some kind of
Hurricane Rana.
stone snake stunner or something. Oh, it could be the gold bomb, the gold plex, the golden Karana. But Zinthral counters it, and what does he counter the move with?
So the way I would try to counter it is by slightly moving myself a little bit to the left or right. It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
And I go to trip them. Just put my foot up.
There's the trip. Okay. And then what now?
What now?
Pin, submission.
Another pin. But this time, I'm using my hand of harm.
Oh.
Ooh, tough rope Hurricane Rana.
All right, describe the hand of harm for us.
So the hand of harm, like the way I would try, like I know she's trying to fight me back.
Yeah.
I know she's not trying to lose this. So what Zin does is he channels his. Hopefully this doesn't really hurt her that bad. He uses his necrotic power from his key in order to put her down into submission, so she won't get up because it'll hurt that bad.
Yeah. Okay. So hand of harm. What do you have to roll for that?
Oh, it's just it is just 1d4 plus 2.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that.
That is a 5.
Okay. So that puts her down, and then give me a D20 roll. Somebody roll for Lexi.
With strength.
19.
With strength.
All right, roll again. Lexi gets disadvantage on her roll. Son of a
That's
bitch.
another 19.
Damn.
All right, Zen.
That is
What did you
awful.
roll?
9.
So she
Lexi
kicks
will
out at
not
2.5 again.
Wow.
And, wow, the crowd loves Lexi. How can you not love the gold standard Lexi
You
Gold?
gotta put her to sleep again, man.
She is, and now she starts to play to the crowd, and this is her mistake because she's just so well loved that this kind of bothers you a little bit. You're up to your feet quick, and then you lock in the guillotine choke one more time, and give me a 5d8 roll.
Gotcha. That is an 18.
18. This time, She does fade. She goes limp, and she is out. Ding, ding, ding. That's the match. That's the match. Do you release the hold immediately upon the bell ringing?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. That's good sportsmanship. So she's down. Zinthral has the win. And how do you...
My bad, go on.
How do you finish the match? Do you finish... do you work the crowd? Do you do the dirty finish where you kick up your boots in her face like you're kicking dirt on her, or do you help her to her feet?
I immediately go to help her to her feet because honestly, he hasn't had a good fight in a while. But while he picks her up, he uses his hand of healing.
Oh wow! Okay.
He's he's just like, GG, good match.
Yeah, so good sportsmanship there on both parts. So that was excellent. Zinthral takes the win there. Lexi with a very strong performance. We move over to ring number 3. While your match is happening, this super heavyweight matchup is happening. And Bronson, tell us a little bit about how this match goes.
All right, so who am I facing?
So you are facing Harvey Marks, the sexy southpaw. He is a man of great charisma, power, size, all-around nice guy. He cannot stop smiling. He's very excited to be here.
This is what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, so we sort of circle each other for a little bit, kind of just feeling each other out, and then go to lock up in the center of the ring. But instead of committing fully to the collar and elbow tie up, I just headbutt him straight in the nose and just bust his nose wide open.
Just boom.
Just boom. Just obliterate him. And then I go hit the ropes and nail him with a big boot.
All right, so the headbutt, he's still staggering on his feet. He's not down yet. Off the ropes, you hit him with a big boot. Does it take him off his feet, or is he still standing?
Oh, yeah. And then so I turn around to the crowd and put my hands up and start looking for the adoration and the fact that I'm sure that there are boos being showered upon me due to dirty tactics or, not fair play or anything like that. And I allow him to get back up to his feet and maybe he can kick something off here.
Okay, we're going to ask
to counter any boos by holding up the cat.
We're going to ask for a roll here. Are you doing heel work, or are you? Okay? Then roll intimidation.
Ooh, that is a 16.
16. Okay, yeah. So you're getting some real tangible heat here. The crowd does not like you. Harvey he's a gem. He's a sweet prince. He's the lovable Harvey Marks. I mean, how can you not love this guy? And you're just disrespecting this man. So you're standing above him, and he's bloody, but he's still smiling. It's kind of uncomfortable. Like, what is it going to take to get this man to stop smiling?
I'll sort of lift him up by his chin with my left hand. And just boom, close hand fist, try and hit him right in the teeth. With the right.
Just a straight punch.
Oh yeah, just completely against the rules, just closed as closed fist can be. All right, trying to knock out some teeth.
All right, so give me an unarmed combat damage roll. So what is that?
23 to hit.
No, you don't even have to roll to hit, but that's amazing.
6. It's automatically 5 points of damage there.
Oh, it's just automatic. It's not
because unarmed strike is just straight.
1 plus your strength.
4. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So 5 damage, and boom to the face, and now he starts laughing. It looks like one of his teeth may be chipped at this point, and he's just soaking the damage and just bleeding everywhere. It's like that scene from Fight Club where Jared Leto is just getting smashed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just cock back, do another one, and drive his face right into the mat.
Okay, so another 5 points of damage there.
Yep.
And so he's still conscious, but he's got some swelling going on in his face now, and now he's trying to get back up to his knees.
Oh yeah, so I'll get him up into a suplex position,
Yep.
front suplex, front face lock, and then lift him up as best as I can. I'm not sure whether or not we're gonna need like a contested strength or anything like that, but I should be able to get him up, and then just let him go. I just like get him up, and then not even a brain buster or a suplex, just right down on his neck.
So like
A sheer drop.
screwdriver, like the old
Yep.
Scott Steiner. Oh yeah, give me a strength roll.
Oh, that's an 8.
All right, so not quite how you intended it to look. It looks more like an inverted DDT. It's still nasty nonetheless. Maybe like what is it? The old Moxley Death Rider move.
Yeah.
Or the
The gross half DDT.
So Harvey Marks now is starfished on the mat. He's no longer trying to get up to his knees.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a pin real quick.
All right, so you're gonna sneak over for a pin. Give me a strength roll real quick.
Oh, garbage. So that's 7.
All right, give me the roll with advantage.
Okay. All right, that's a 21.
21. And let's have somebody roll 2 dice for Harvey. 2 d20s.
I'm gonna do it. Hold on. 23.
Sweet.
What was the second roll?
Second roll. 17.
How did you get a 23 on the first roll for Harvey?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What did you roll?
I didn't tell you what his strength was.
It's probably D20 plus his strength.
You don't know his strength.
No, it's not. I'm very confused. It must have been a weird bug.
Okay, well, he doesn't kick out. It's 1, 2,
Aw.
3. Harvey, this sweet, sweet man, father to several children who are all weeping openly in the stands.
Well,
They've
gotta
got
weep some
signs
more.
like "Go, Daddy," and like you've just mercilessly like wrecked this man in front of his
So-
home crowd.
I help him get up to his feet, and then throw him out of the middle rope.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, give me another strength roll.
Ooh, that's good. That's 17.
That'll do.
Just get this garbage out of my ring.
Yeah, so he like a sack of potatoes right through the middle rope there, and the boos are even louder than they were before. Boo! Everybody disliked this. This was not great.
Good.
But you get a win, and
Yep.
you have gained some notoriety. So there you have it. All right, so moving
Punch and
on
steal?
here. There are other matches that go on. We're going to simulate those, right? But during that, while you're having your matches, there are other things going on behind the scenes. And we're going to start with Gator. Gator, while these matches are happening, of course, you'll have to clear out of the ring so that the next round of matches can happen. You notice that there is a hooded figure who is stalking you. This is somebody who you can't tell if they're looking at you or if they're looking at Zinthral or what exactly they're looking at, but they're definitely following you with their eyes. You can't make out their face. They're wearing a black hood, and they're just kind of melting into the crowd around you. What would you like to do?
Do I feel like they're looking at me the most, or just observing the lions as a whole?
Well, it's so you and Zinthral are together, right? So after the match, we would assume that you would both exit through the tunnel on the left and
Okay.
enter into a congregation of people who are kind of in the backstage area, warming up, doing push-ups and getting, putting on their body oil and wetting their hair and putting on their ring gear and all that sort of stuff. But this figure you've kind of seen in the back. And Zinthral is just kind of going on the match. And he's very excited and psyched up about this. This was such a big moment for him. But you are distracted by this person who seems to
Just
be
a point of order.
stalking
That's Solomon. That's Gator's over on the other side with me.
Yeah, I was waiting to chime in. I wasn't sure if you meant because I was with Bronson, but then you sent me with Zenth. Is that okay?
Yeah. So, okay, let's rewind
we
that for a
all
second.
come together.
So
Copy
Gator,
and paste all that for Solomon.
Gator, and Bronson leave through the right tunnel.
Mhm.
Same thing is happening. Solomon and Zinthral going through their thing over there. Bronson and Gator in the tunnel to the right. And everybody is just disgusted by Bronson and his sportsmanship and just is, just shaking their heads, just, clutching their pearls. A couple people spit on the ground a little bit, just not like, just like, like.
I'm here to win, not make friends.
Right.
That's the way it goes, folks. What do you want me to tell you?
That's right. Sweep the leg,
Size
Johnny.
matters.
Gator, you recognize this hooded figure who is watching the both of you. May just be looking at Gator, and just out of just pure hatred, right? Could be somebody related to Harvey Marks, who is now being attended to by medical staff, and his wife and children are now on the lower level, like tending to him. He's probably in concussion protocol at this point. Like just bad scene behind you. But Gator, you can't take your eyes. You can't help but notice this hooded figure. Keeps tracking you.
Do I get a good sense of, is there a size difference between us? Like, is he relatively, or are they relatively human size or more Bronson size?
Give me an investigation check, or no, maybe perception.
Hooray, that's even worse. I have a total of 11.
Total of 11. Okay.
Can't believe you dumped wisdom.
Wait, what? Anyway, I could go on.
So average height, maybe a little on the smaller side.
All right. Well, also, like, I'm sure like the hood goes with a cloak and further obscures things, so I'm not getting a good read on this person. What's Bronson look like he's doing? He's staying near me, right? Because I might be a loudmouth, but I'm no fool, and I keep the half orc within arm's reach.
Okay. Well, Bronson, what would you like to do?
If he's alerting me to someone, I would love a perception check.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go for it.
That is a 13.
Okay, so you get eyes on this figure as well. You're like, yeah, you're totally sure this figure is following you, is not looking at anybody else. You kind of move around a little bit, and they are, tracking you with.
We move right, they move right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. I turn around and just stare at them.
All right, the figure
What's
starts.
the deal? Do you know this guy?
The figure starts approaching you, walking towards you. And there appears to be something in their hand.
That's cool.
I spin him around.
I got my greatsword here anyway, so I'll let him approach.
Okay.
Bronson, do something.
No need right now.
So the figure approaches.
Does it look like a weapon?
It's an odd shape. It's not like a
Not
like
like
a
a blade
long
or
weapon.
anything.
It's not like a spear or a sword or anything. It's something that is angular. So it's not an organic shape either. You're very confused by this.
See what they want to say.
So the figure comes a little bit closer, and now within 5 feet or so, the figure pulls back the hood and reveals a face that you recognize. It's your friend from the mask shop, Rocky Rose. And she is hooded. She took quite a liking to Gator a couple of days ago when you were all at the shop.
This one's not tailing me. That's all you, bud.
All right, I slide out from under his armpit and I push Face Ripper into his chest so
Yeah, I'll hold
I
on
have
to
my
that.
hands free, and I approach with my arms open. I go, well, you just couldn't stay away, could you?
So you can identify the object in her hand is a clipboard. She says, I'm glad that I was able to find you. I couldn't tell you the other night what I wanted to tell you now, but it's important that you hear it from me. She tells you that Lady Potentia, which is the mask maker, is ill. And she's not going to live forever. She probably won't live through the rest of the year. But out of respect for this woman who's like, she's not directly related to her. She's more like an aunt or like a caretaker. She's been taking care of Rocky, but Rocky wants to be a fighter as well. And if that doesn't work out, she wants to be a baker. Of course, you've had her baked goods before. The brownies, which gave you some hallucinations.
I start to think those edibles weren't, and then I just have a little cosmic moment, and I go, okay.
She says, sorry about that. You weren't supposed to take the whole thing. You were supposed to share it. But I could. She ate the
Put
whole thing.
150 grams in it, man.
Why were they labeled bite size? I'm confused.
She says, but that's not why I'm here. I need to give you a warning about the mask that was given to your party. It's cursed, okay? It is... we didn't tell you that part of it. We also didn't lie to you. It does belong to Zinthral's father, but it is also cursed. And here's how it works. The more you wear it, the stronger you become, but the more attached you become to it. Meaning that whenever you take it off, you go through withdrawal, you go through severe side effects, even pain itself. So with it comes great power, but also I need to constantly have it. So if Zinthral chooses to wear it, just know that. That's part of the reason why I don't wear the masks. And part of the reason why Lady Potentia still always wears her mask. She can't take it off, and it's killing her.
Gotcha.
Oh.
What the hell, Dad?
You don't hear any of this.
Yeah, we'll definitely convey all of this info to the rest of the party when we tag back up with it. Thank you for the information. You may have saved our friend from a terrible fate.
She says, but I still believe in your cause, and it's been foreseen by Lady Potentia that your party is going to bring about wonderful change in this kingdom. So I wanted to bring you another gift, not a baked good this time.
And a frown.
It's this clipboard. And it's not a regular clipboard. It's a magic clipboard.
My favorite kind.
She says, with it, you'll gain great ability to deceive and to know things that you shouldn't know. As long as you're holding the clipboard, you'll have abilities beyond anything you've experienced before. Now she offers it to you, Gator.
Oh, wow. I mean, thank you. He's flustered and
it's a self-writing promo machine.
Well, I'm starting to wonder, like, should I read into this a little more with this whole like she's been tailing us and now she gives a warning and a gift. Can I read into this maybe? What would that be, insight?
Yeah, go ahead and do an insight check.
Which is not that's not a skill I have, so I like that should be known. Just should be known.
Yeah, just roll it anyway.
Quality of information may be important. With a -1. Okay, here we go.
I got a 20 on mine. I just want to know whether or not he's being friend zoned or not.
Oh, geez. Well, I got an 8 total, so
okay.
Yeah.
The look in her eyes is genuine.
Good enough for me.
she's maintaining eye contact, and she's, her hands. She's showing you her palms as she is offering this gift. There's nothing about this gesture that seems deceptive or dangerous. She's kind of bearing her soul at this point.
I elbow Gator, and I'm like, train her, man.
Train her? I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, but you're still a decent coach.
If you say so.
I'll train
I am, aren't I? And then I turn and I say, are you looking to join the ranks? Is that if I take that correctly? You're trying to become a competitor?
Well, she says she wants to, but she can't until Lady Potentia passes. So maybe next year she'll be ready for the King's Road, but not right now. The timing is just wrong.
When I win this whole thing, then you can come train under me, and we'll get you ready for the King's Road.
She says, promise?
Absolutely.
Would you swear an oath to this?
Absolutely.
All right, so she sticks out her pinky finger and waits for you. I
try not to break it.
So your massively oversized pinky finger intertwines with hers, and she brings it in close, and she kisses her thumb. And she says, now you have to kiss your thumb too.
Okay. Awkwardly.
I just want him to take a bite of a chicken wing that he's holding.
Kiss my thumb.
All right. She said, okay, you promised 3 times now. So, it's when you're a champion, you'll come back here and you'll train me.
That's something to do.
So at this point,
I accept the clipboard, by the way.
So you accept the clipboard. The clipboard, as long as you're holding the clipboard, you gain advantage on deception checks and on history checks.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Thank you. Well, thank you, darling. I appreciate it. For now, can I buy you a drink?
So at this point, she looks very sheepish and a little embarrassed, and she says, I think you might have misread that a little bit. I'm not interested in you romantically. I just believe in your cause. I hope that you understand.
Better to not mix business and pleasure, as you'll have it.
Somehow I managed to cast prestidigitation.
Okay.
Somehow. He grabs my wrist and maneuvers my hand without me knowing.
Right.
That was my poor insight check.
Sad trombones.
So at this point, she says, well, I should be going before Lady Potentia is looking for me, but I wish you the best of luck. And she doesn't know whether to give you a hug or a handshake or or to wave.
I'll offer a hand for a handshake.
Okay, so she gives
no
you
kissing this time.
She gives you a handshake, and it's much firmer of a grip than you would have expected. Like surprisingly firmer. Like
maybe she'll work out.
Yeah. So you start to think maybe she could even beat you in an arm wrestling match.
Oh damn!
If she so tried, like,
she will make a good student.
All right, so end scene. So she walks away.
I just want to know one thing.
Yeah.
I just want to know one thing. If I had been holding the lion cub, would I have had advantage on that?
on which part?
Well, I didn't roll for it, but
on the romantic check.
Oh no! I mean, if you wanted to pursue that,
no, I'm being cheeky. Being cheeky.
Oh,
chicks love pets.
It's true. But she also makes clothing out of animal skin, so maybe not.
No.
I need a shower before my next match, man. I got blood all over me.
So we cut back to the ring here, and there's a series of matches that happen after that, including Zinth has a match with Scab Eater, and Scab Eater is the guy, super edgelord guy. Skull on skull on skull. He's a little wiry little shit, and he. It looks like he wants to die. Like, you're pretty sure within the next 10 years he won't have functioning legs. So at a certain point, I mean, he can go. The guy's got a gas tank forever, but Zinth, you're able to win the match through technical prowess and through evasion. The guy jumps off of everything that's bolted down.
Just roll out of the way.
And does more damage to himself than you actually need to do to him, but you do walk away with the win there.
Would you say he throws himself out of the ring a lot?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like off the turnbuckle to the floor.
Sometimes not even looking at you, like he's dropping into a coffin.
That's right. Yeah, just no look, just dropping backwards onto thing. You just
and can I say, like, as you like at some point while he was trying to pounce on me or something, I just like sit down, crisscross applesauce, and have a short rest, and he just hurts himself real bad.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And drop a pipe bomb promo on him.
Well, no pipe bombs. Okay. In ring number 3, we've also got a super heavyweight matchup. It's Bronson versus Mariloa. That's our super heavyweight female member of the wrestling family, the Tree of Woe. And she is strong. She lives up to the bill. She's as big as you are, Bronson. She's every bit as mean, but she is not technically savvy at all. She is sloppy in the ring. Just very heavy-handed. I mean, and you heal it up, same as before, right? You'd say
every time she the technical prowess leaves an opening is just a shot. Taking advantage of like every opening that I have offensively.
Yeah, you even give her like a free shot. Like, come on, dude, give me your best shot. And she just, haymaker, like just hits you like a freight train. And it surprises you a little bit because she's legit. Has a very heavy hand. But outside
she's
of
not
that,
there yet.
Very sloppy. Very, very sloppy with the ring work. And you're able to pull off a victory. She gasses out pretty early in the match, and that's enough for you to pull off the pinfall there. She looks like she can take a lot of punishment. She's not going to get knocked out by anybody, but she gasses out way too quick. Just very small gas tank.
I will not throw her out of the ring.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah. I'm all up for heel heat, but I'm not up for that level of heel heat. I mean, if she put up a decent amount of resistance against a an onslaught, then I've at least got enough respect for an opponent to not embarrass them.
Okay.
Harvey was just he's a tomato can.
Poor Harvey. Such a nice guy. Okay. In the west hallway where Zinthral and Solomon are, haven't forgotten about you guys. While you're celebrating this match against Edgelord, Scab Eater of the Death Lords, you know, Zin, you're feeling pretty good about your chances here. 2-0, and there's one other wrestler who's 2-0. It's the guy from the hard way, the mean little guy, Apex. But you're just kind of strategizing. You know, you're very focused. Solomon, in the background, you hear a familiar phrase. I'm a weary traveler in search of sheltered light.
As subtly as possible, I want to get eyes on who it is that's saying this.
Okay, and how do you respond?
Well, it depends on who's saying it
Okay.
to me.
Fair enough. As you pivot, you recognize a stout dwarven woman with dark features and a pretty face. Somebody you recognize as your old friend, Dombey and Grecken.
Dombey, are you sneaking up on people? Yes,
Say the thing.
she knows the thing.
She says, so, like I was saying, I'm a very weary traveler in search of very sheltered light.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on in. And take shelter here at my house, and we'll.
10.
You know how it goes.
Okay, so what are you trying to glean? What are you trying to infer?
I'm just trying to like see what's even happening, like why that was said twice.
And this is not the first time you've heard this phrase. This is something that you heard when Gator and when Solomon met each other.
Yeah.
A bit of a greeting, like "May the Force be with you," and also with you. I forget how it goes. So you take this as, well, they must be from. Maybe it must be a cultural thing. What did you roll? A 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is probably a cultural thing that they were from the same area, and that's how they recognize each other as members of the neighborhood. So Solomon, you say the thing, right? She says,
Yeah.
I'm a weary traveler in search of sheltered light. And you say, take comfort from your toil and rest at my heart.
Which is awfully formal for the current settings, Dombey. All right?
She says, formalities, throw those out the window. I have something that you need to hear right away. But we need to go somewhere discreet. So let's sneak away to a corner of the room, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on?
So you shuffle along. She says, you need to worry about the hard way. They have bad intentions. If things don't go the way that they want tonight, they intend to stop anyone from progressing further on the King's Road. Don't be surprised if they start some trouble. Especially if Zinthral and Bronson, if they win and the hard way doesn't, expect some tomfoolery.
All right. So they're looking to stop competitors on the road then.
That's right.
Without even letting them get out of town.
That's right.
Oh, man. You know, I knew they were going to be trouble this year after the head honcho took the top spot. And then this is awfully audacious of them. Do you got any ideas? You got any plans? You got any word? You hearing from people?
Well, if you were them and you wanted to stop people on the King's Road, you would take away their means of transportation, which would be either by rail or by sea or by horse. Although the two easiest ways, horseback is not the way to travel. Too dangerous, right? The rail is prone to the railway's been attacked by bandits quite often lately, and the seas are what they are. You know me, I don't enjoy being on the water, but with the way the King's Road is, it's unavoidable.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be unavoidable to be on the water. We could try to take the old rough way, hoof it out, at least for the first few gyms here on this side of the kingdom. But, yeah, this is some rough news. Do you think they'll try to stop us just from getting out of town? If we would walk it, or maybe even rent like a carriage or something?
Well, my biggest concern is that they will try to that they'll hurt somebody permanently, or detain them, or just escalate things beyond anything we've seen before.
You think they'll try it on gym grounds? Or you think we'll be able to walk out of here? The building?
It would be pretty bold to try it inside the gym. That would pretty much exclude you from ever competing again. So just do me a favor. Just be cautious. And tell your friends to be cautious. Keep an eye on the hard way.
Yeah. I'm 2 steps ahead of you this time. But I appreciate the heads up. And this doesn't mean I owe you another favor, does it?
Well, who's keeping count at this point? Am I right?
That's kind of my job. I keep count of things.
She says, Sully, you'll never change. Never change.
All right, be safe out there.
Same to you. And she actually does give you, a cordial little hug, just, not anything too awkward. And heads her separate way. And that brings us back to the ring. So, in the ring, we've got one more match. Oh, that's right. Zinth versus Marwari. That's the blue horse. So let's go ahead and move everybody back to the ring. So here comes, Marwari is a little extra. You know what I mean? She's just way over the top. She's very into herself. And Zinth, how do you treat this match?
Well, seeing how cocky she is, I feel like I can take her on pretty well. Just let her just get inside her own head.
Yeah.
Feel like she can be confident, and then use that against her.
Okay. So how long do you let that happen in the match before you really start taking it serious?
Just let myself let her get a few licks in before I just completely, utterly just counter her.
Okay. And are you going to try to use that guillotine choke on her as well? Are you trying to bring some notoriety to the move?
You know what? That's a good idea. I will try to do that.
All right.
I like the idea of notoriety.
All right, give me that 5d8 again.
Where is it? There it is. 27.
Oh my. Yeah, so for all the strutting and peacocking she does and playing to the crowd, she's very flirtatious with anybody watching. Solomon, she even, gives you the old eye business during the middle of the match. And Zinthral, you are unaffected by all of this. You find a window to slap in that guillotine choke, and you just crank on it. I mean, you are, arms cinched in, standing guillotine. You thrust your hips. You're trying to piss on the ceiling while you're just torquing away, and she is out cold, just standing up, just unconscious. Ding, ding, ding. That's the bell. Marwari down for the count. Zinthro, you're now up 3-0 in your matches.
How much we earning, Solomon?
Well, I figure I'd probably put the same bet down for each type. And keep hoarding up the profits.
So far, so good then.
Okay. Other side of the ring. Oh no, Harvey's no longer with us.
Oh no, he died.
Oh no,
he's gone. It's over.
Harvey.
Harvey. Oh no.
He signed the waiver.
Okay, your match is against. Oh, not that one. Not that. Oh, Hathor. Hathor is the Gorgon.
I got the hardway boy.
Yeah, he's not the hardway guy. Hathor is the Death Lord. He's the edgy boy. Gotcha. He's the guy coming out. He comes out just wrapped in chains. There's also smoke coming out with him. He's got like a little gimp with him, a little like man in a leather suit on a leash that comes out with him as like his valet. And
he got a tennis racket.
He looks like a guy that just gives no F's about anything. He just lives to watch the world burn. Not the type of guy you'd want to be in an elevator with. Big boy, big, tall, ugly glass of water. He takes the ring, and how would you like this match to go?
So this one, I want to be a little bit more even matched. I figured that we are just going blow for blow at each other, and then finally just able to just get him down and get the advantage. And then at that point, I'm gonna actually hit the top rope and then do probably just a big leg drop off of the top and try and show some athletic prowess there with the big jump. And then after he gets up dizzy, I'm gonna try and slap on the rear naked choke to finish him off.
So there it is, the rear naked. Give me a 5d8 roll.
29.
That's pretty good. 29 will do it. This man who would never give up, would never tap out, and probably couldn't be pinned. If you cut off circulation to his head, he'll go down.
Take his mask.
So
I get the heel hooks in there too, so I use all of my weight to just pull him down.
Oh yeah. So he's his eyes bulge and his lips peel back from his teeth, and he won't give up. He's thrashing, he's cranking, trying to tuck his chin, and but you've just got it cinched in there, just super tight. You've been practicing for 3 straight days on how to do this one thing. Even the massive beard he has that's full of breadcrumbs isn't going to stop you. And he goes limp, and at that point the bell rings. What do you do? Do you let him go?
Nope.
You hold it a little too long.
Yeah, just a little bit too long.
All right, and Gator, at this point you see his little gimp, the guy in the gimp mask and leather underwear, tries to crawl in the ring to save his boss.
Oh boy!
Do you allow this to happen?
So, by gimp, is it just like a smaller size but average human, or is it gimp is it like a smaller?
It could be a gnome or a dwarf. Yeah, because I'm thinking like the dude from Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah. So it's like a halfling. Like
a little twisted dude. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a halfling with a leather mask and leather trunks, barefoot. With a leash around his neck.
I was assuming there was a chain or a leash involved that would be attached, so I reach for whatever might be attached to him.
Okay, give me, let's see, how about a dexterity check?
I'm okay with a dexterity check.
please throw this guy to me so I can choke slam him from like 10 feet up.
Oh my god. If I cast jump on you and you choke slam this guy. D20 plus 2 is a 15 total.
Okay, so yeah, you snatch up the leash. You've got a hold of it now. You want to give it a yank here and just yank him off the apron?
Can I just like get a good grip on it so he doesn't know that I have it, but when he gets to the full length, it's like Foghorn Leghorn versus the dog, and he draws the line every time, and he goes to the line and just waits.
Sure.
All right, so this guy, he starts to run. He probably almost gets there, but suddenly he goes yipe and gets yanked by his neck backwards.
Okay. Yep. So, so the line goes taut. He goes yeep. You know, his legs keep going, but his neck stays in place, and he drops inside the ring. Bronson, you still got this rear naked slapped on. The referee is trying to break it up. You see this little gimp man next to you. What do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna let it go and snatch him up.
All right. So you now have the little gimp man.
Yeah. So I tell Gator to let go of the chain, and then I put him up for a choke slam.
Okay.
I let it go I let it go slack in my hands.
Oh, it was 22 on that. That would be a strength check.
All right, so you've got him grappled. You've got him elevated in the air by his throat. You've got one hand on his back. You're kind of.
And I'll just hold him up and walk him around the ring for the entire crowd to see.
Yep.
And then plant him dead center.
All right, let's see. Give me a strength check with advantage.
14.
With advantage?
Oh.
He drops him over the rope.
15.
15. So you slam him and boom, and then the ring shakes and Hathor jiggles a little bit. He's kind of coming to again. And you've just demolished this little guy. And the crowd they're hostile at this point. They're throwing things at the ring. They don't like any of this. Not that they liked Hathor and the Gimp very much, but
these are the Death Lords that they're getting upset about getting beat on?
Yeah.
I've already established myself as someone who is not above obliterating people.
The super heavyweight is Hathor, right?
Yes.
And Zenth fought Scab Eater earlier because he's the lightweight.
That's right. Yep.
What was the middleweight guy's name?
I don't think we talked about the middleweight guy's name.
Oh, no, I asked about the middleweights.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he was the dude with the hood on all the time.
Durock.
Durock? Can we later find out? This was all a setup, by the way. Can we later find out that Hathor ran somebody down with a chariot so he could enter this tournament, but then we later find out that he did it for Durock?
I hate you.
Yeah. I
hate you and your Rikishi joke.
I did it for the Death Lords.
Did it for Durock. I hate you.
I didn't set this up. I picked it out of the ether.
You're the worst. Yeah, so the Death Lords have now achieved their primary goal of dying.
Okay, so that brings us to okay. Now, in between matches, we reunite. We've got some final matches coming up, and both of you are going to be in the finals versus the hard way. It's going to be Zenthral versus Apex, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's going to be Bronson versus the big guy, Craven, the half giant.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just call him half giant. And that match is
when I get done with him.
That match is going to happen in just a moment. But we reunite both parties. So Solomon and Gator, you are there as they pulled Zinthral and Bronson to the side to get ready for their match. Would you like to share with each other the information that you've learned earlier in the night?
Don't wear your helmet.
Why?
It's cursed, apparently.
I've been wearing it this entire time.
Don't take it off. I don't know. At this point,
I don't think I want
to. It's going to make you more and more powerful.
He's a masquerado. We can't take it off.
It's going to drain your life force to give you this power.
I mean, like, the identity has already been established. Do you want me to just, like, not wear a mask from now on?
I mean, I would hope that you have another mask. You had another mask the other day.
No, I just only had one.
Oh. All right. Well.
All right, that's also just the start of our problems, too, because it turns out that the Hardway's already posted up thugs on most major exit points and forms of transportation. They're determined to stop any contenders setting out on the road who aren't Hardway.
Is that a fact?
Yep.
I got a new clipboard.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's great. Oh, did anybody want these underpants?
What did they do again?
They remarkably make you very persuasive.
You probably
they might be a little big, but I could kind of fit them into my big bunchy pantaloons.
I go exclusively commando.
You can use it as a do-rag of sorts, maybe.
You could trim them down. Maybe use a belt. Cinch them up.
There you go.
Wear them on the outside?
Or they could magically resize themselves because they're magical.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe if you attune yourself to them, they adjust size.
That's right.
Oh.
Well, might as well give that a shot, eh?
The wonderful hand waving of D&D.
You're not going to do it right in front of us, are you?
No, I'll head off to the restroom.
The gnome has to just walk around in one, like, pant leg for a while.
Yeah, you just gotta hold them up with your hands until you're finally attuned with it, and then they shrink.
You gotta move that other leg out real quick.
All right, so we've all shared the information with each other. We've talked about the items, what they do. We talked about Rocky Rose and what she spoke about. We talked about the hard way and the warning that we got regarding that from Dombey and Grecken. And now it's time for the main event. It's time for the final. Right now it's Zinthral, who is 4-0, versus Apex, who is also 4-0. Or, no, as a matter of fact, Apex is not 4-0. Zinthral, you're 3-0, right?
Yeah.
3-0.
Yeah.
And Apex is 3-0, right? So that would be
question.
Yeah.
How is the mask making me stronger over time?
Well, it's not making you stronger right now. It's just giving you advantage on grapple checks.
Okay, so for right now, it's a dud, so I'm cool with it.
Okay, so let's move to the matches. So there's a brief introduction, same as before. You know, Zinthral, Lion Slayer. He's great. He's wonderful. The crowd loves Zinthral. In the other ring, we've got here's Bronson. He's great, right? He's from the capital. He's I forgot the monikers you guys used, but the crowd doesn't they don't give a shit. They hate him. They hate his guts. What you did to Harvey and what you did to the tiny halfling gimp man who was maybe a quarter of your size. Just no bueno. They also don't like the hard way either, but the presence in the arena is enough that people are, careful about what they say about the hard way. So they don't become targets, Okay, so in the ring, Apex hits the ring first for the hard way, and cue theme music for the hard way. Play that there. And then cue the music for the half giant hard way music. Somebody said it's very reminiscent. It should be reminiscent of Jimi Hendrix. Hogan had the Voodoo Child was the song, but very funky classic guitar riff. That's the song. Stay tuned for the music video. That'll come eventually. Okay, so there we are in the ring, and we're going to start with Bronson's match first. So here you are, the half giant and Bronson. And Bronson, how do you want it to start?
So I think this is going to be the first match that Bronson actually struggles. At this point, he's sort of not, he's gassed just from, the day's events and everything like that. And so he's just throwing everything that he can at the half giant, trying to take him down, and just half giant's just shaking it all off. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Throw a clothesline right into his chest. He just shakes it off. And then, bouncing off the ropes, hits the big boot, nothing. And so finally he hits the ropes and then delivers a drop kick right to the half giant's knee, and it just buckles under it. And so he snatches him up and tries to put on the rear naked choke, but then the half giant is able to get his hands in there and just stretch Bronson all the way out. And so Bronson rages out, hits the rage, his eyes go red, he starts having smoke billowing off of him and everything, and he manages to just pull the giant's arms all the way out and pushes him into the knee in the small of the back, and and with the arms splayed out behind him. So trying to get that, can't manage to secure the victory. So he finally drops off of it and then just backs up, and while this dude is on one knee, just delivers the nastiest super kick that I think he's ever delivered in his life.
Okay, delivers the super kick, and so the half giant is down, and Bronson is, very satisfied with himself. Give me a strength check.
Ooh, that ain't good. That's a 7.
Ooh. All right, so at this point, the half giant, he starts to rage. And he's hulking up. He's vibrating at this point, and he's got like the head bob going, and he's baring his teeth, and the crowd is getting into it. And now we've got two enraged monsters in the gym, and he steps up to you. And he points at his chest, and he welcomes the biggest chop that you can deliver to him.
I give him everything on that chop.
All right. So we're gonna do a little mini game here, and we're gonna play best out of 5 strength checks.
All right. First one's a 23.
All right. Let's give it a roll.
Second one's 11.
Oh, hold on. So 23. Okay. And he's going to be a 21. Okay. So you win that one.
Yep.
Okay. Second one.
Next one's 11.
Ooh. So he delivers a chop. It's chop, 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 chop. The second round of chops is much less impressive than the first round was. Next round, so you're up 2-1, or you're up 2-0, and just what did you get that round?
Yeah, 20.
20. Yeah, so that last chop drops him to a knee, and he can't handle the smoke. It's just too heavy. His chest is bleeding at this point just from the raw meat slap of your palm chopping into him. And he's hurting at this point.
If he's down on one knee again, I'm gonna hit the ropes and then just deliver a shining wizard right into the noggin.
All right,
the biggest shining wizard.
All All right, so give me
A shining gator.
another strength check here.
13.
All right, he's going to try to evade. And he does not,
Got
and
him.
it just lands flush.
Boom.
And just boom. The half giant is down. Here's your chance. Go for the pin.
So I'm not going to go for the regular pin. I'm going to put the foot down on the chest.
The cocky pin. Love it.
Yup.
All right, so the crowd counts with you. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. It's Bronson is your winner of the round robin bracket here for the super heavyweights. Going to get a chance to challenge for the gym badge.
Now I'm just going to tumble out of the back of the ring.
Just hightail it out of there.
Yeah, just stagger back and then do the not the how what is it like almost a reverse skin the cat just over back towards Gator.
Oh, I gotcha. You just like spill out of the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Okay, so now the hard way starts to hop over the barricade into the lower level here, and they're congregating around ring number 3. While that's happening, Zinthral, you're having your match as well with Apex. And the way that this match starts is Apex comes out of the gate really fast, right? So he starts by offering a handshake, and he says, come on, it's sportsmanship. Show sportsmanship. He, one hand behind his back, the other one, he extends the handshake. And how do you respond?
Do it.
Oh, I for sure accept.
You gotta get that shine on, man.
But hand of harm.
All right, so give me a dexterity check.
21.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, so he actually doesn't go for the handshake. Instead, he tries to kick you right in the groin. But you're able to deflect it enough to where it doesn't land flush, and it only makes you angry.
Oh, it for sure does.
So now you've
Okay.
sidestepped a little bit, and that you are you are to his side. So you're facing in one direction, he's facing the other direction. You're like shoulder to shoulder.
Alrighty. So I'm going to say that I immediately grab him and I headbutt him right square in the nose.
I
All right.
approve.
All right, so a headbutt. Okay, yeah.
Would you say he's dazed?
Would I say he's dazed? Sure.
Okay, so then I say, hey, yo, I hope you're watching.
Or you're saying that to whom?
Who do you think? The leader.
Oh, okay. So you're going to scan the crowd for him here?
Yell it to the crowd.
I'm yelling it to the crowd.
Okay. So give me perception. Yeah, roll perception.
24, nat 20.
So you locate him. You locate Silvario, and he is right in the middle with the rest of his hardway guys. He hears that, and that's when he starts climbing over the barricade. At the same time, in the ring, Apex, who is stunned, has dropped to a knee. He gives you the old low blow from behind.
Uh,
Well, thankfully, I have a parry maneuver.
Okay, go ahead.
Backflip over it.
So essentially, hold on. When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on your superiority die plus 3.
He's gonna come up short, he's gonna hit you square, and then you're just gonna turn around.
That's exactly
like
what I'm gonna
Road
do.
Dogg in the Rumble. I'm trying to hit him in
Couldn't
the
have
ding ding, but he had the cup.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So he goes, rising strike into the yam bag, and sell it. Like, it's connected, but he's confused by this. Like, did he do it wrong? Did he, was there is there a lack of target there?
I was gonna say this might not be the flex that you want it to be.
Yeah, this may be a bit of a self-own here, thinking that there were no balls to crush.
Then I look at him,
But
and
yeah,
then I say, no. Let me show you how it's done. So then I just completely hit him over the head, and I trip him. Just crack his knee.
okay. So I mean, he's already on a knee, so
Okay,
you're gonna just
I
crown him, double axe handle on top of his head.
Yeah, like I want to hit him over the head, kick him over the head. I want him to be laying flat.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to grab him by the legs, and I'm going to kick him 3 times in the groin
From
with my
behind.
flurry of blows.
Okay, yes. Yeah, roll for damage.
For damage, I got you.
The ball is groin. It works on so many levels.
First one's 6. Next one's 5. And with the superiority die, if I remember, hold on, give me a sec. So it's +3 on all of them. On both of them, well, just one of them.
So what's the total?
Oh no, my bad. That's another move. My bad. No. Ignore the superiority die. That is 11 in total.
To the ball.
11 to the balls. All right. So at this point, so you've kicked him in the balls so many times that he voids his bowels, and it's noticeable. They said this might happen, and it's happened at this point, and it's just a bad time.
Alrighty, so then I say, dude, you're gross. So I just grab him by the collar, and I just start dragging him, and throw him out the ring.
Okay.
Going for the ring out.
All right, roll strength.
19.
Oh, he rolled a 1, so you're good. So he's yeeted out of the ring. He's soiled himself, and but you've got to finish this match, right? It's got to happen in the ring.
Alrighty, so then I don't throw him out. And I don't throw him out.
Oh no, you should.
Actually,
you absolutely should.
Okay, I do that actually, yeah, and I suicide dive like he said.
All right, so you throw him out of the ring, and then his buddies come over to help him. You rebound off the ropes, and then tope suicide dive onto the crowd, and you take out the whole crowd, including Silvario.
Yeah. Yes.
And the crowd loves it, right? This is amazing. This is aerial wrestling at its best. This is what they came here for. And of all the wrestlers that are in the tournament, Zinthral is the one that has demonstrated it to the best. Stuck to the traditional way of fighting, represented the culture, and really has done a fantastic job.
Now, how is Apex looking?
Terrible.
I'm good.
Terrible?
Yeah. It's just,
so, would you say it's over?
No, you got to get him in the ring. You got to finish it in the ring.
Alrighty. So then I pick his ass up.
All right, so
I throw him back in.
You roll him into the ring. There you are. You're both right there. He's prone at this point.
And then, I kneel down for a sec. Hit him twice in the face.
Okay.
With yet another flurry of blows.
Just bah, 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 bah. All right,
exactly.
So he's
doing his best Bronson impression.
Because I'm trying to
now Harvey.
I'm trying to prove a point.
Yeah, so you're beating a dead body at this point, and
then I pin him.
So after this fantastic display of aerial prowess, you get in, you just beat a down man who's unconscious, and then you go for the pin, and then give me 3d20.
3d20, got you. Individually or all 3 at once?
You can give me 1 at a time.
Okay. Alrighty, so 17.
17, that's a 1.
5.
That's a 2.
And
Just anything.
out of
but a
all
one.
rolls, a 1.
No! No, he kicks out.
You lift him up. You pick him up off the mat.
So
and pin him again.
Turns it into a Boston
Silvario
crab.
grabs him by the leg and pulls him out before the 3 count.
No, I grab him.
Before Savario can do anything, they're getting hostile, and he's not in the ring. Could I do something
Yeah, oh yeah.
to Savario?
Yes, of course.
I just shoot him a fearsome glare and whisper something underneath my breath, and he's the only person it can hear, and says, "Get out of here, you little cheater, you're a disgrace." And I cast Dissident Whispers at him at second level.
Oh my. Okay. Roll for that. Is
It's
do I have
just
to
a
roll
verbal
wisdom save?
component. Yeah, wisdom save 13.
I thought you were going to go for vicious mockery and then be like, your hair is looking terrible.
I thought about it, but this is nastier.
All right, so let me roll a d20 here, because I rolled off screen and I rolled a 20. All right, so it's
That ain't
7.
gonna do
All right,
it.
so he fails.
I just rolled 3 4s and a 5.
All right, so
Well,
So-
17 points of psychic damage, and he has to run as far away from me as possible.
and that's what he does. He does run. So he does just enough to break up the count. Does not pull him out of the ring completely. Zinthral, you're in the ring. Savario's taking off. His buddies are going with him.
All right, so it's my time, right? It's my
Yep,
time.
It's your time, and Apex
Choke him out.
he's in real bad shape.
In this man's life.
I'm ending it. It's over. And I tell him, I'm taking that jacket once I'm done, by the way. So then I just guillotine KO him, or attempt to anyway.
You want to knock him out, like
You're
you
not
want
even gonna
referee
really have
stoppage.
to roll for that at this point.
It's the mask. It's the mask, I swear.
Dude's
But anyway,
gotta have
I'm-
like 1 hit point.
Yeah, I try to use the guillotine choke.
Okay, go ahead. Give me 5d8 for that. Okay, yeah, that's enough.
Whoops, I didn't mean to roll that.
I got a 21.
So
There you go.
21 will do it. So, so he's out. The referee breaks it up, and that's it. Waves it off. That's the match. That's the match. And the crowd is very happy, very exciting. Savario has now ran completely out of the arena, right? So he gone. His boys are with him. They are no longer in the arena. There's some other guys over here tending to the half giant, who's also lost at the same time. And there you have it. Zinthral, winner of his bracket. The referee raises your hand in victory. Solomon, you can join him in the ring. The crowd loves it.
Come on up here, my man.
Oh, yeah, pop up there, hyping him up.
And I take that dude's jacket, by the way.
Well, there's no
Well-
jacket there to take.
Well, I'll go that way.
I saw him with a jacket, a vest, or whatever.
Young Lions, baby.
Young Lions.
Right.
Okay, so then we jump to the ceremony where Tyros Finn comes out and he lines up all the winners. So in the lightweight bracket is Zinthral of the Young Lions. In block number 2 is Genji of his faction's called the 36 Tragedies. Then in block 3, the heavyweights, the winner is Lotu Violea, which you guys didn't learn anything about the heavyweights, but
Mhm.
Lotu is a member of the Tree of Woe. That's the pedigree family, the wrestling family. And then in block 4, the super heavyweights, that's Bronson of the Young Lions. And in addition to the 4 winners, they also pick a 5th wild card performer that didn't win their block, but is still being offered a chance to battle for a badge.
Harvey.
It's Harvey, right? It's Harvey. It's Harvey.
You know, it would have been Harvey, but Harvey is in concussion protocol, so not going to make it. But Durock of the Death Lords is also invited.
Good. We might get a chance to take the entire faction out today.
Okay, so Tyros Finn approaches each one of you and says that you won your block, but you have to challenge for the badge, and your challenges take place individually. They're a private matter, so that there is not only some privacy, but there's also a matter of safety, because it's only for you to know whether or not you have your badge. We don't want people attacking you afterwards or anything like that. Not only that, your test is chosen for you specifically. Not everybody has the same test. So we are going to test you one by one for your badge. And Zinthral, we'd like you to go first.
Alrighty.
So please.
First, before you head out there, just let me psych you up real quick. You got this one, champ. Nobody is gonna top you. Whatever test or challenge is on the other side of this door, you're gonna overcome it, because you're the hero this kingdom needs. All right, now get going. And,
all right, I'm going.
Give him a little mantle of inspiration. You got some temporary hit points.
How many?
5.
Oh, nice.
Pretty sure it was 5. Let me double check. Mantle, yes, 5. For
So-
you and Bronson. Psych you guys both up real quick.
Okay, great. So you both get a little bit of inspiration there. You get some temporary hit points. Did he also get a bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll also get another
Cover all
D6 that you can use for, I believe it's a non-combat roll only.
No, it's skill checks, attack rolls, or saving throws.
Oh, okay. Then there you go.
And I'll just use up the rest of what I got for this day, and I'll give both of them a bardic inspiration day.
Okay, so Zinthral, we're going to test you first. And you get led down a dark hallway into a room that's got a pit at its center. And Tyros Finn begins speaking to you. He's in the room with you. He says, Zinthral, on the King's Road, you must face the most fearsome fighters in all the world. Today, in this very temple, you have earned the distinction and the honor of facing the most dangerous fighter in the entire territory. He's a relentless force on any battlefield. Widely considered a monster, an aberration, a terror that gives nightmares to children. Your challenge is to last 5 minutes against him, survive without being knocked out or submitted, and the King's Road badge is yours.
Gotcha. Sounds easy enough.
I bet you'd like to know who you're facing. So please, if you will, Mercutio, please bring him in. And at this point, in the pit, there are 2 hallways, or there are 2 tunnels, right? You've been led into one tunnel into the pit, and emerging from the other side of the pit, a halfling emerges with long, curly, dark hair.
Huh.
He drags behind him a chain, and then you hear heavy footprints in the hallway, until eventually you see 2 yellow eyes revealed. And then, let's see, what do we see here? This is what you see.
Oh my.
He's only kind of a snake.
Well, that's not what I'm worried about.
He's a snake with arms and legs.
You know, I'm just more worried about that he's probably going to spit acid at me.
I have to be Robin Williams real quick. Whoa, somebody's fantasy.
I don't get the reference. I'm sorry.
Robin Williams.
I
That's
think
all
it's
the
a
reference you
genie.
need to know.
I think it's an Aladdin genie.
Okay. Okay,
I'm going to
okay.
believe that's what it is. So a massive dragonborn fighter enters the pit and is released from his chains. Mercutio, the tiny little halfling, scurries up a ladder on the sidewall to stand above the pit itself. And Tyros Finn continues to talk. They say they call him the Tarask.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. Alrighty.
He
can
waits
take
for
this.
you in the ring to prove yourself. Do so, and the badge is yours. Fail, and you leave with nothing but bruises and the taste of defeat.
Do I gain my key points and my superiority die back?
We will say
At the
you've
very
taken
least.
a short rest.
Okay.
So I don't know what you regain after a short rest.
I regain everything.
Oh, how about that? So I will show you the venue here. There you go.
Oh, completely underground. Nice.
So you are inside a pit. There are 2 posts to your right, and then there are wood beams connecting those posts. Same thing on the other side. And there's the Tarask, probably spelled wrong. I think I got it wrong.
you missed one R.
Tarasqua.
That's all.
Taraske. Okay. And that's where we're going to leave it for this session.
Nice.
Oh,
Right before the gym fight. Just to reiterate, the rules of the fight: survive 5 minutes with the Tarask.
5
And the
minutes.
badge is
Alrighty.
yours.
So just, spend 5 minutes doing nothing and don't even let him get his turn. Gotcha.
yeah, just outrun him.
It's just the destroyer of worlds.
Oh, just easy fight.
The
Cakewalk.
indestructible, unbeatable Tarask.
I don't even have my magical fist yet. I don't think I can hurt him.
You described the pit and a creature, and I was like, does he have to narfle the Garthok?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
It's all right. You have 5 temporary hit points and 1d6 of bardic inspiration.
There you go. That's all you.
He's a handsome boy. Look at him.
He looks like he's going to destroy me.
He's
Or
gonna
lay an
try.
egg. One or the other.
I don't like that.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. Just flex on me, why don't you?
So that's been King's Road, Young Lions. Thanks again for coming out. Guys, appreciate the gameplay tonight. That was a lot of fun. We will pick up again a week from now. So I've been Saucey. These have been the Young Lions. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you again down the road.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, congratulations. If you're still listening, that means you made it to the end of the episode. Thanks for coming by and listening to this edition of King's Road Young Lions. If you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see on the next episode. For more great content from This Is Awesome Promotions, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch channel, check us out on Twitter at TIA Promotions. Thanks again for coming around, and we'll see you next time down on the King's Road.